Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into an ancient legal code that has, get this, 613 rules for literally everything, from justice and government to diet. It's called the Mosaic Law, and it's all found within the Torah. What's amazing is that its ideas are still shaping our world thousands of years later. So how on earth did this ancient text become a blueprint for so much of Western civilization? Let's get into it. All right, here's our game plan. First up, we're going to see why the Torah is so much more than a holy book. Think of it more like a national constitution. Then, we'll zoom in on the Law of Moses itself, and I'll show you how those 613 commandments are actually pretty neatly organized. After that, we'll explore the real why behind all the rules, and we'll wrap up by tracing its incredible influence all the way to our modern world. Okay, so let's start with the big picture. We usually think of the Torah as a purely religious text, right? But it's way more than that. For the ancient Israelites, this was their foundational document. It was, for all intents and purposes, their constitution. You know, the word Torah itself tells you a lot. In Hebrew, it doesn't just mean law in a strict sense. It really means instruction or teaching. So this wasn't just a big book of don'ts. It was a guide for how to live, how to build a just society, and how to understand your place in the universe. It was basically the instruction manual for an entire nation. Now, this constitution is actually made up of 5 books. Genesis lays out the origin story of the world and their people. Exodus tells that epic story of slavery and freedom. Then you have the next 3 books, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, and that's where you find the real nitty-gritty, the bulk of the laws and the detailed structure for their new society. It's all one continuous story that establishes who they are, where they came from, and the legal ground they stand on.
So if the Torah is the Constitution, what's the actual legal code written inside of it? Well, that brings us to the Law of Moses, this incredibly detailed set of rules that really forms the heart of their national charter.
This is where we get specific. The Mosaic Law is the collection of commandments that, according to tradition, were given by God to the prophet Moses way up on Mount Sinai. It's the legal engine of the Torah, you could say. It's the fine print of that national charter.
So, just how detailed are we talking? Are we looking at a few dozen core principles or something a little more comprehensive? Take a guess. How many laws do you think there are?
613. Yep, that's the number of commandments the rabbis eventually counted in the Torah. And that incredible number just shows you the sheer scope of this thing. It wasn't just about big stuff like murder and theft, it was a complete blueprint for life, covering everything from farming and business deals to diet, hygiene, and worship. The whole shebang.
Okay. 613 laws. How could anyone possibly keep track of all that? Well, it turns out there's a system. Scholars have traditionally grouped them into 3 main categories, which makes this massive legal code a whole lot easier to get your head around.
This breakdown is super helpful. First, you've got the moral law. These are the big ones, the universal ideas of right and wrong, like the 10 Commandments. Second, there's the civil law. This was their practical, day-to-day legal code for things like property disputes, contracts, and running the justice system. And third, you have the ceremonial law, which covered all the specifics of religious rituals, sacrifices, and the duties of the priesthood.
So you see, it wasn't just a random pile of rules. Together, these 3 types of law created this complete, integrated framework. It gave a clear structure for everything: personal ethics, public order, and the nation's spiritual life.
But to really get the Mosaic Law, we have to look past the rules themselves and ask a bigger question. What was the whole point of it all? Because this was about something way deeper than just simple obedience.
And the key concept here is covenant. Now, a covenant isn't a top-down order. It's a sacred two-way agreement, a mutual promise. In this worldview, the Mosaic Law laid out the terms of the special relationship between God and the people of Israel. It was their side of the deal, a guide to living in a way that honored this foundational promise.
And that perspective changes everything, doesn't it? The law wasn't meant to be seen as this heavy burden, but as a gift. It was a blueprint for creating a just, compassionate, and what they called a holy community, a society that was designed to reflect the very character of the one they were in a covenant with.
Which brings us to a really crucial question. Why does a 3,000-year-old legal code still matter to us today? Well, the answer is that its influence never really stopped. Its legacy is woven right into the fabric of our modern world.
You can literally trace this influence through history. For Judaism, obviously, the law became its absolute foundation. Then, Christianity took its core ethical principles and carried them across the Roman Empire and into Europe. Fast forward to the Enlightenment, and you have thinkers and philosophers drawing directly on these ancient ideas to help forge modern Western concepts of justice, equality, and human rights.
And you can see its DNA in ideas we almost take for granted. The principle of having special legal protections for the poor and the vulnerable, that's right in the Mosaic Law. The whole concept of a weekly day of rest, that starts here. Even foundational ideas like proportional justice, and this one was truly revolutionary, the idea that no one, not even the king, is above the law. All of these trace their roots right back to this ancient code.
So we're left with this fascinating question. From the way we structure our work week to our most fundamental beliefs about justice and human dignity, the echo of these ancient statutes is all around us. It really makes you wonder, what other invisible blueprints from the past are still shaping the world we live in today?